Hello everyone. Long time I've not uploaded a video, but well I am now. So okay. JEE Advanced 2008 Paper 2 Question 1. It's a complex numbers question. It's quite easy. I mean it's the first question, so I expected it to be easy, but it's too simple. Okay, a particle P starts from point 1 plus 2i, where I is the root of -1 obviously. It moves horizontally away from the origin by 5 units. So 5 units horizontally. And vertically away by 3 units. 3 units vertically. So after that it reaches point x1. Let's make this z0. And then it reaches point z1, sorry. Now from z1 it moves root 2 units in the direction I cap j cap. So that is actually okay when we get to that, I'll look at that. And it moves to an angle pi by 2 anti-clockwise on the center. Okay, so I've just listed all the data that we're gonna need for the entire question. Let's start with what's actually happening. So anyone who studied complex numbers knows that this complex number can be represented on a graph. So here's my x-axis and here's my y-axis. The x-axis represents the what's it called? The real part of the complex number, and the y-axis represents the imaginary part. So 1 plus 2i is going to represent this point. Now it's moving 5 units horizontally, so it's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way till here 6, and 3 units vertically away from the origin. So this is z1 is going to basically become 6 plus 5i. That's basically what's happening here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna reach here. This is my z0 and this is my z1. So now what the question has told us. So basically I have finished this part. All this data has been used to reach to this point. Z1 is 6 plus 5i. Now what they're telling us is Z1 moves root 2 units in the direction of I cap j cap. So now if you know vectors, then you know I cap j cap means 1 to the x and 1 to the y. So it's gonna move like somewhere around this. I don't know if I can see it properly. It's gonna move like this. So basically the result will be this. I'll just draw it here and let you all know. I cap is gonna be like this. My j cap is gonna be like this. And this is z cap, which is not in this question, but it's basically it's k cap, sorry. K cap. It's not in this question, it represents the z-axis. Don't have it here, it's extra knowledge really. So it's moving root 2 units in I cap j cap. So my I cap is going to be x, my j cap is going to be x. Since they both have no, like coefficient, so they're both the same. And this is root 2. The hypotenuse is root 2. Since this and this is same, 2 times x square equals root 2. So I'll just write it better, sorry. 2 times x square equals root 2 the whole square. 2 times x square equals 2. X square equals 1. X equals 1. So basically, it's moving I cap j cap each by 1. So it's moving away from the y-axis by 1. So like this. And it's also moving away from the x-axis by 1, so like this. So basically this is going to be its slope. It's going to reach this point, and this point is going to be z2. Here I'll write it. z2 equals 7 plus 6i. Since each of these, as x is 1, each of these will increase by 1. That's what we found using this. Even this piece of information has been utilized. Now the only part that is left is pi by 2 radians anti-clockwise. So I will actually draw this again to explain it in a better way. So Z2 equals, wait, what did I just write here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 6i. Okay. Z2 is 7, sorry, I forgot. 7 plus 6i. So in this axis, whenever I'm rotating anything, what changes is essentially the question. 7 plus 6i, let's say this is my point, 7 plus 6i. So this is, let's just assume the distance A, which is from the y-axis, and this is the distance B, which is from the x-axis. Now let's say we're rotating it by pi by 2. Firstly, what is pi by 2? Pi by 2 is 90 degrees. For those who don't know, this is in radians, this is in degrees. Anti-clockwise means it's supposed to move like this. So from the first quadrant, it's going to come into the second quadrant. So of course we know what's going to be negative x. So this prerequisite. Now when I'm going to rotate it, just imagine it moving like this. So imagine this square rotating. So this point will come here. This point will rotate like this, A, and this point will rotate like this, B. So initially what was this A or its x unit will now become the rotated figure ka y unit, and the same for the B. So iska x unit was 7 will become iska y unit 7, or iska y unit was 6 will become iska x unit, and minus because in the second quadrant, that's without saying it goes like that. 6 points, minus 6 comma 7 is our final point. Now I want to represent it again in terms of a complex number. As we learned, we can plot a complex number. Similarly, we can get a complex number from a plotted point. Minus 6 comma 7 is going to give you minus 6 plus 7i. 1 second. Yeah, minus 6 plus 7i, which is option D. That is your correct answer.